and it's coming down. Made 50 grand on a 2-bit house. So come on, baby, do the dead cat bounce.
The next act on is Jonny. Bring him up. Jonny is one of the hottest talents in London. I've seen him in the Lions Den at King's Cross. Absolutely fucking amazing. So everybody, big round of applause, Jonny!
Yay! Give yourselves a big hand for coming to see some live comedy, you sexy bastards.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No? You're not going to applause yourselves? No? Yeah. It's good to come and see live comedy. It's, you know, if we didn't have audience, nights like this, it would just be comedians sat in a circle and it would be called Don't Jump. And yeah, there'd be less of us every week. But yeah, like I said, I'm Jonny, and I did the whole Race for Life thing recently, and I won white, so pretty pleased by that. Not because I'm like a white supremacist or anything, but you know, we are just generally better at some things, like making Stilton and cruelty as well. We're good at that. But I'm not like a racist or anything. But I do hate blacks, and I once bought a tent from there. And let me tell you, that was the worst tent I've ever bought. And I hope to God Marvin knows that Blacks is an outdoor retailer. Because I once told that joke in Brixton and I never got to the end. Yeah, fun times. But yeah, I was, you know, does anyone know why old wives are so full of shit? I mean, they're a section of society you don't come across very often, but I bumped into an old wife the other day on the street. I was driving, she was walking, and as she was lying in the road, I came up to her and she was like, you know, I want to pass on some advice before I go over. And I was like, running a bit late, I'll be honest, gonna make tracks. And she's like, no, I insist, I want to pass on some advice. I was like, I can hear a siren. I'd really rather, you know, jog on. But she was like, no, I insist. I was like, fine, okay. What do you want to say, old lady? Old wife. And she looked at me in the eye and she said, a problem shared is a problem halved. And I thought about that for a second, and then I thought, hang on a minute. And I said, that's the kind of logic that ends in an AIDS epidemic, old woman. And it's true. So yeah, a few years ago, I was actually a bit younger than I am now. If you look closely, you can tell. But yeah, I was living at home with my parents, and you know, families are weird. They can mess you up a bit in the head. For instance, I had a really bad Freudian slip the other day. I stabbed my dad, and so yeah, I had to leave home, and I moved to Spain because things got awkward. And yeah, I opened a china shop in Pamplona, and that really didn't go well. And if you take the time to look up Pamplona, you realise that's an incredibly funny joke. So I advise you all to go away and do that. But you know, I'm not going to pretend to be the guy with all the answers. You know, there's a lot of stuff I don't know, like, you know, what do dolphins do at night? Nobody knows. But yeah, I was, you know, I moved back to this country, and I became an author. You know, I'm a children's author primarily, and I've written 2 books so far. You've probably seen them on the shelves. The first one is for 3 to 5-year-olds, and the main message is kind of, you know, I like to include a message in them all. The first one is called "The Little Mammoth Who Wouldn't Die," and it's about a little baby mammoth, and he's hunted by 3 cavemen called Og, Zog, and Finley, and they're all out hunting, and the little man, Finley, spears him right in the lungs. You know, pulmonary edema, blood coming out the trunk everywhere. Illustrations are fantastic, by the way. Kids really respond to them. And yeah, so and then the little mammoth thrashes out, crushes Finley's pelvis. He's got 3 kids. Later dies of gangrene. And so yeah, so this is all happening, but he limps away, he survives, he gets away, and I guess the main message I want to give to these kids is that, you know, we're all just kind of organic pain receptors hurtling towards oblivion, really. And that's an important message to pass on to young kids. And so I wrote my second book off the success of that, and that was called Sleepy Daddy Drives Home. And it was a lot more complicated, a lot more characters, a lot more character development, and because you've got little Joshua, he's only 6, and then you've got Sleepy Daddy, he's quite a tall man. He's just been working, 2 weeks straight in the screaming factory, very tired. And then you've got all the people in the bus queue, and then all the mourners, both at the funeral where the family sedan crashed through it, and then all the subsequent funerals after that, and all the people in the morgue. So I guess the message was still the same as the first book. Optimism is a slow-acting poison. Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you with a small observation, or at least an idea I had for something, which is, you have hearing dogs for the deaf and seeing dogs for the blind. What about eating dogs for the overweight? Could happen. That's the future. Anyway, I've been Jonny, guys. You've been amazing.
Living in a dead-end deadbeat town. It's coming up and it's coming down. Made 50 grand on the 2-bit house. So come on, baby, do the debt.